fact that I can't post any of these photos I just took to Facebook. None of these things. All right, that's okay.
Let the dancing begin.
Thank you so much, and welcome to another episode of Dahéli Live. I am, as you know, Dahéli Live. I am Dahéli, here live with you in studio, and as always, I have Pam.
Hi, Dahéli.
Pam on the drums, and I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you so much. And I'm just really excited about being here on the show. And you know, I'm winging it because sometimes on the show I have a teleprompter that tells me what's happening, but right now I'm going off the cuff, telling you exactly what's on my mind. For example, I am going to have, oh, by the way, you're the yin to my yang.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I've been trying out to figure out like what can we call each other, but do you like yin and yang?
That's fine.
Let's
that sounds
do
beautiful,
that.
Yin and yang. I
It's
like
beautiful.
it.
And we didn't even coordinate this together, but we have kind of like matching outfits.
Isn't that wonderful?
I know.
I knew it was meant to be.
It was totally meant to be. I'm thinking that my natural look is going to always be black pants and some crazy top.
It's beautiful. The colors look great on you.
Why don't we do that? Let's always do a black pants and then we'll find like a color scheme together for our top.
Like purple day, fuchsia day,
Yes.
turquoise day.
That's right, yin and yang. We're doing it. We are learning and growing right here on the set. So today on Dahéli Live, you know, I try to edify, I try to educate everyone who is watching, and shout out to all of you guys who are watching. And we have a word of the day, and it's going to be, get ready for it, velleity.
Oh, velleity.
Yes, and that is going to be the sound that accompanies. Velleity is a noun. Velleity. And it means volition in its weakest form.
Okay.
The reason why I thought it was really appropriate is because sometimes when I was watching presidential elections lately, I feel like the volition to really change is in its weakest form. I mean, people are just saying things, but I don't know if they really mean it. Case in point, we have to do something about global warming. The polar ice caps are melting. There was a study, Pam, recently, that said by the end of this decade, they thought it was going to be like 2030, that we will have no longer any ice in the Arctic in the summer. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
And so I don't even understand why a lot of like right-wing conservatives right now are claiming that there is no global warming. It's kind of weird. But you know what we're going to do? We're actually we have a new segment called Consult a Conservative, where we call one up and we ask, what's the deal? Why do you guys feel like there's no global warming? And so we will call one later to find out what is up. So I can't wait for that. Also, in addition to all the fun things that we have on the show today, I need to give a shout out to Phyllis Diller. She died yesterday, and she is a stand-up comedian, a woman, and my mother even called me up yesterday and was like, oh my goodness, Phyllis Diller died, and she started her career at 37, so it's not too late for you.
And she died at 95.
And she died at 95.
Long life.
Thanks.
Bless her
I'm
heart.
not 37. I'm before that. But my mom thinks there's still a
Yes,
chance for
of
me in this
course there
business.
is. Yes.
So thanks, Mom. I'm still doing it. And I have until 95 to get it right. But I'm already doing it right because I'm here with you on Dahéli Live. Okay, now, you know what got my haunches up, got me a little upset, and I'm sure you upset very much so. Missouri Representative Todd Akin, the Republican Senate nominee and member of the House of Science, Space, and Technology, supposed to be an educated, technological man, said that pregnancy from rape was really rare because if it's a legitimate rape, the female body has ways to try to shut down that whole thing down. That was the technical term that he used. Shut that whole thing down. He later said, as everyone knows, that he misspoke, but he did not rescind the claim that women have magical sperm-defying ovaries, that when it comes to the different levels of rape. Okay. You know, this is the first time I've even heard of the term legitimate rape, because I thought rape was pretty bad.
Rape is
just regular rape was pretty bad. I was like, hey, Dahéli, would you rather be raped or legitimate rape? I'd be like, neither, right? Who wants a regular rape? I wouldn't like either one. I'd like an illegitimate rape, maybe, which is a non-rape. How about that one? And this is the thing. People say sexism is dead. I mean, these things that come out of some people's mouths is outrageous. Come on. And to prove that sexism is really not dead, Augusta National Golf Club has decided to admit female members for the first time in 80 years. That's their inception. And, oh my goodness, this lady, I mean, I have to just give it a shout out to Condoleezza Rice. This woman, I don't know what kind of pact that she has done with God, the devil, I don't know, but she has really gotten into this Augusta National Golf Club. She's an avid golfer. Now she's getting suited for her green jacket. There caused a lot of hullabaloo when Tiger Woods first got on the scene because he played in the Masters and it was like, oh my goodness, a black golfer. And this is a place that notoriously did not allow these black golfers in. And now they've gone even a step further to allow ladies. So not only is it Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, former Secretary of State, excuse me, we also have South Carolina businesswoman Darla Moore to become the first woman in green jackets. So that should be very interesting. Those costs of the jackets are $250 to make, but their worth is probably nearing about $80,000 because that's how much it kind of costs to be a member there yearly. Well, wow. We have such an exciting show for you. In addition to me just waxing poetic on all the things that happened in the news and getting frustrated and having my choir. You really are like me. I'm the preacher, the choir. I'm preaching to the choir. You can tell me if you feel like a legitimate rape is more significant. No.
I mean, it's like sort of like being kind of pregnant.
This is Pam. You're right. You can't be kind of pregnant. You can't.
See?
And the thing is, I know we've already passed this, but I was just like, sir, what is going on with you? Like, how crazy does it have to be for you? Have you been raped, sir? Maybe then you could tell me if something was a legitimate rape or not a legitimate rape. Not that I'm advocating that Senator Akin gets raped. Nobody wants rape, legitimate or otherwise. But, and I think my studio audience agrees with that, this is one of the most exciting shows ever. I know I always say that, but no, like actually we have magic in the building. We have master Disney animator Floyd Norman with us. He's here! Yay! Oh! This is so exciting that he's here because A, he's a master animator. B, he's Floyd Norman. C, he's in studio. But no, seriously, this man has worked on so many well-known Disney films like Sleeping Beauty, The Jungle Book, and he's actually here. And he worked primarily in the 50s and 60s. He can tell me if I was wrong. He's worked with Walt Disney himself. And the fact is, there's so much more that I found out just right before the show that we're going to get into. Like the fact that he worked with Don Cornelius, the late Don Cornelius from Soul Train, to put that together. And took Walt Disney's camera to shoot the Watts riot. What? This is the show to call in. 626-794-2116. You have in studio with you live history in the making, and I can't wait for him to wax poetic with me. Not only that, can I just say, he's going to teach me how to draw in a Learn Time segment. So that's going to be pretty amazing. So before we kick it off, I would like to, running up to this election, I'm going to be paying a lot of homage to Michelle Obama. And this is an exclusive clip of Michelle Obama being interviewed by a very kind of militant lady. We call it on Dahéli Live digital shorts when I put these little sketches together. So we have this exclusive clip of Michelle Obama being interviewed by Entezaki X. Very exciting. And I can't wait to play it for you. Coming up, and then later, I have some stiff competition. There's another public access lady out there. Her name is Aiti Sheri, and she's giving me a run for my money. And I will be playing a clip of her things later on in the show as well. But for now, here's this exclusive Michelle Obama clip coming back at you. Get ready, and don't forget to call 626-794-2116 to talk to Mr. Legendary Floyd Norman. Thank you. Shout out.
I am Chéri Jean-Baptiste de Port-au-Prince and bienvenue à Haïti Chéri. Let's go to the news. So those right-wing Republicans are at it again, always criticizing Barack Obama. Oh, I wish I could burn down Fox News. It's true. But let me tell you something. To all those born-again Christians who are their biggest supporters, born again, please. I was born right the first time. Oh, you Americans think I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm from Haiti, that I'm some sort of boat person? My dear, I got here on a plane, TWA. When I die, take me back to my country, okay? I don't want to die in this crazy, crazy place. Why? Tu sais, vini prendre-moi, tu sais. Vini prendre-moi. Let's go to a letter from our viewers.
Hi, IT Cherie. This is Shannon from Montana. I gave a boy my panties, hoping that he'd like me. Do you think he will?
Shannon, you too loose. You need to go and get your panties back. Terrible. These American girls. So scandalous. So that's our show. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye now.
That is so exciting. One more time. I just really liked it. I loved it! Thank you so much. Everyone, 626-794-2116. I always text and, I always call and on the show and ask people to call in, and I just did it just now. Anyway, I just also texted a lot of people the wrong number. So the number is 626-792-2116, not 17, but please call in. And without any further ado, this is my guest of the moment, Mr. Floyd Norman. So happy to see you.
Happy to be here.
Thank you so much.
This is exciting. This is terrifying.
It is kind of terrifying. I feel when I do this that I'm tempting death every time. I just feel like just throwing caution to the wind and just.
That's why it's so cool.
Do you think so?
I think so. Yeah, this is really cool.
Thank you. I really appreciate you coming out, and I'd like to give a shout out to Carlin Porter, who brought me to you, or Carlin. You to me. She and I worked together a few, actually, weeks back at Disney, and I got a chance to meet you. So thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure. Happy to be here.
So I'm seeing that you're wearing a Pixar shirt. What is that all about?
Well, I used to work there.
Oh,
so
okay.
So it's okay.
So it's okay.
Yeah, it just means that I used to work at Pixar, so all I got was this lousy T-shirt. So.
Not even a paycheck, just a T-shirt.
No, I got a few paychecks.
That's really good.
No, I've had fun. I've worked at a lot of studios, Pixar being one of them, and of course Disney most of my career.
Yes.
So I've had a good time. I can't complain.
I don't think you should complain. I think it's been a fabulous career. What did you say, Pam?
Except all those things you said about me weren't true.
What?
Yeah, the master animator. That's a joke.
Really?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
I was a mediocre animator.
How do you figure you were mediocre?
Because I know all the great animators, and I'm not one of them.
But they call you a legend.
Oh,
do you not put your hand and feet in somewhere?
Oh, they call me many things. They call me many things. Most of them are not true. But anyway, it's pretty cool, though.
Tell me what you think defines, like, the top 5 things that makes an animator great.
Oh.
And then how you fall short. No, I'm just kidding. No. Just the top 3 things that you think, like, really, obviously, super creativity.
Oh, no, yeah, animation's the coolest job in the world. I mean, I fell in love with it when I was a kid, when I learned about how artists bring these characters to life. And the fact that they're drawings, living drawings that come to life, that's what turned me on about animation. And I just fell in love with the medium when I was just a little kid. I just wanted to animate.
Yeah.
And lucky me, I had the opportunity to get to Disney when a lot of these old guys were still around.
Right.
In top form, doing their best work. So I had a chance to work with and get to know a lot of great animators, truly great animators.
Can you please name a few that you would like to shout out as mentors to you?
Too many, way
okay.
too many, but I love Freddie Moore.
Okay.
And Ward Kimball, and guys like Milt Kahl and Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnson, Mark Davis. The list goes on. And a lot of obscure names that nobody knows.
Right.
Like, Hal Lambro and George Nicholas and Don Lusk and many others. But, I mean, keep in mind, at Disney, in their heyday, there were hundreds of animators.
Right.
And doing all of these great Disney films. And so I was just a lucky kid to be there, to be able to play in the same sandbox,
Absolutely. How old were you when you first landed at Disney, and was that your first job?
I first walked through the gates of the Walt Disney Studios when I was 17 years old.
Oh, wow.
Just out of high school. Now, I didn't get a job, even though I applied for one, but they gave me good advice, and they said, kid, go to school.
Okay.
That was good advice. I needed to go to school and learn how to become an artist. And I did that. And for a few years went by, and I got a call one day when I was still a student that job was still available. So I became a school dropout, never graduated, but continued my education at the Walt Disney Studios.
How many years were you in school before you got that call that changed your life?
About 2.5 years.
Oh, right, okay.
Of a 4-year course. Yeah, this was the Art Center College of Design.
I see, okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, ultimately, though, wouldn't you say the whole point of you going to college was to get this job? So it makes sense. I mean, I know we hear it all the time with athletes who go professional.
Yeah.
They were even talking about Missy Trainer, who was the Olympic swimmer. Like, should she should she go to college, or should she swim professionally? But essentially, now you get to live your dream. Do you feel like you missed out on not staying in school a little longer?
No, because, even though I did leave school early,
yes,
my education continued.
Right.
So I never really dropped out of school. And in many ways, I've been continuing to be a student all my life because I'm still learning. Even today, I'm still learning, still growing. I don't know it all, and I'm nowhere close to knowing it all. And I'm nowhere close to being a good artist. So
Why do you say that? It's so funny to hear you be so self-deprecating when I mean, the things that you've worked on are so magical. Can we show just a few highlights of some of his work? And then can you tell me why this doesn't equate to being something that is like absolutely exceptional? Because even Pam, you're nodding your head like, what is this man talking about? He is really, you know.
I know he wasn't a go-betweener. Do you know what that is?
No, what does
Dahéli?
that mean?
Let him, Floyd, tell you.
Oh, you mean in-betweener?
In-betweener.
Yeah.
What's an
Well, it's the
in-betweener?
Same thing. In-betweener is the artist who puts the drawings in between all the other drawings.
Okay.
It's kind of complicated to explain, but animation is a series of drawings.
Right.
And there are drawings in between, you know, the key drawings.
Right.
And so that was the lowly job when you started out as a young kid in animation, and you were an apprentice in-betweener. That was my first job at Disney.
Right. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And but I think that that's still you're at least you're getting a sense of what that more experienced creativity is, and you're kind of being able to build upon that.
Oh yeah, you're learning, and much of my time at Disney was just learning. I was like a young kid. I was an apprentice, working with all these masters. So you know.
How are they able to grasp that you are capable, you have talent when when you first start off is mimicry? How can you showcase your own specialty or?
Yeah, I think a lot of us who joined this crazy business called animation, we just have an affinity. We just fall in love with it. And it's not really a normal job. Animators are not really normal people. I mean,
right.
What we do is not exactly like being an insurance salesman, you know,
no, it isn't.
or an executive, because we're essentially performers. And we love this crazy art form. We love the fact that we can entertain people.
Absolutely.
And that we can bring anything to life, from princesses to bunny rabbits to monsters.
Oh, right.
And that's the coolest job in the world.
That is the coolest job in the world.
Yeah.
Do we have any clips that we can show of wonderful things that Mr. Norman, would you like me to call you Mr. Norman?
No.
Legend Norman?
No. Yeah,
Superhero Norman.
call me
Superhero Floyd.
Superhero Floyd, yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm just plain old Floyd.
All right, I will call you Floyd.
With an emphasis on the old, because now.
Oh, look at you with Sully.
Good heavens, yes, that's right.
That's so great.
Yeah. Once again, it's having a cool job. I had the opportunity to go up to Pixar Animation Studios in the late 90s, and Monsters Incorporated was one of the films I worked on.
Wow, in what capacity would you work on that?
I was a story artist.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and that's another whole story by itself, because I came to Disney initially because I was in love with animation and I wanted to be a Disney animator. That was my dream, to be a Disney animator. Well, Walt Disney felt differently, and so that's why I ended up in story. I never wanted to be a storyteller, a story artist. Essentially, a story artist is the writer of the animated film.
Oh, I see.
And except that we tend to write in a visual style, because motion pictures are visual. So we think of stories visually.
So are you saying the story artist, oh, look at, there's a photo here of you.
Yeah, that's when we started our film company, Vignette Films Incorporated, back in the 1960s.
Oh, wow.
1966.
That is great. And
we
who
were
are the
all young.
gentlemen with you? You're on the end with the glasses.
Yeah, looking like my grandson almost.
Oh, really?
But the four gentlemen, or the three gentlemen next to me, to the very left, Leo Sullivan, Richard Allen, and Norman Edlin.
Oh, wow.
The four of us were the principal founders of Vignette Films Incorporated. Four crazy young black men who thought we could start a motion picture company in Los Angeles in 1965.
I
Crazy,
love it.
Insane.
Tell me what happened. What did Vignette get to do?
Well, Vignette, when we initially had our idea to start our film company, we naturally worked up a business plan, and we took that to every bank in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And we got laughed out of every bank in Los Angeles. The idea of four young black men starting a film company was ludicrous.
Right.
They thought we were out of our minds. It's like, black people don't start movie companies. Are you guys crazy?
And can I just say this? Okay, it has just been in this past decade
Yes.
that there has been studios headed by black people. Actually,
yeah.
you can also say, yes, film studios. It was actually, I only can think of just Tyler Perry Studios in terms of film studios. Television studios, we had Bob Johnson, who started BET, and then obviously Oprah with the OWN network.
Yeah.
But for film studios, we've only have Tyler Perry Studios. Is
Yeah.
that weird?
It's weird, but keep in mind, all the way back to the 1930s, we had Oscar Micheaux.
Of course,
who
we had
was-
Oscar Micheaux.
Yeah, who had a film company and was producing motion pictures with black actors, with a black crew, and he was marketing and distributing his own films to a specifically black market.
He was going door to door,
Yeah,
almost going
yeah.
to city to city and putting up his films. And he actually, I believe, tell me if I'm wrong, rebutted A Birth of a Nation with his own film,
Yes, yes, that's right.
which a lot of people don't know about. And Birth
Yeah.
of a Nation was really awful for us. Okay, total
But that-
sidebar, and
that's
then
another story. Yeah.
total sidebar, and then we're going to go to break, and then you guys can have a chance to call in. I went to film school, producing school. I'm not going to put any more of the people on blast for this. I went to USC for a Peter Stark producing program.
Great.
Thanks. And we show Birth of a Nation in our film history class.
Yeah.
Now, I said to the head of our department at the time, I was like, I feel that this film cannot just be shown just on its technical skills or technical thing.
Yeah.
First, like Deep Focus was shown in for Birth of a Nation. For all of you guys who don't know what Birth of a Nation is, it was a propaganda film by D.W. Griffith, who recently, I mean, they still have awards named after this man.
yeah, they do.
So, Spike Lee did say he would never want to get a D.W. Griffith award, and I get it. Essentially helped the rise of the KKK. It depicted black people being integrated into the society only to espouse legitimate rapes. Way to call that in. Legitimate rapes on the populace, and then eventually the KKK comes in at the end of the movie to kind of save humanity against these black people, and who were portrayed in blackface with crazy like matted hair, etc. It was really outrageous. So I was like, hey guys, I don't want to watch this film in class and then not explain what this film had on a social, political ramifications. I mean, let's go there.
It was a remarkable film on many levels, you know, technically.
Definitely.
But the content leaves something to be desired.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about the technical content, but let's also feel free to document. Needless to say,
Yeah.
my teacher said I could lead a discussion on it.
Sure.
And I was like, I thought I was paying you guys all this money
Yeah.
to teach me. And they ended up not even showing it in class, which was very annoying to a lot of my classmates who felt like I was to
Yeah.
blame for it. But I just felt I had a personal responsibility to just make sure that things were presented in context. Another classmate of mine who wasn't black ended up defending my position and really listing more of the ramifications of this film. And it was great, but I ultimately still wanted to show the movie
Yeah.
and have it be seen and make sure that happened. But it didn't. I feel sometimes people get a little squeamish and run away.
Yeah, they do. And I love the USC Film School. And I used
Yeah,
to, I
me
used
too.
to hang out there back in the 1960s when, because we would go over there because we could use their equipment. Keep in mind, we were very young kids and broke, had no money and had no film equipment.
Oh my gosh,
And
it
we
sounds
could-
like my life
yeah,
right now.
we could go over to USC and use their equipment. And I remember that there was a film student there who went on to have some success in motion pictures. His name was George something. He did some Star Wars movie. Anyway, I don't know what
I don't
happened to him.
Lucas?
But anyway, yeah, some guy, made Star Wars or something. But it was a very exciting time. And in recent years, I've returned to USC, and now they have a gorgeous film school now, and they have
It's so beautiful.
state-of-the-art sound stages
Yes.
and everything at the place. It's just amazing.
They
And
did it
so-
all after I left.
Yeah, well, you know.
Just kidding.
But yeah, and a lot of the money came from, once again, good old George.
Yes.
But then again, he made a few bucks anyway.
He did.
Yeah.
George Lucas, Zemeckis, Steven Spielberg, they've all been
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
huge contributors to the school. I think this is the perfect time to take a break. We're going to run a few PSAs. We'll probably have another couple of digital shorts, and we'll be back in about 2.5 minutes with more Floyd Neumann, and we will be showing lots of his drawings, and Pam is going to take us out with music.
Let the dancing begin.
Plastic ones last longer.
Pork bellies close steady due to speculation that demand for bacon-related products.
Read me this one, Daddy.
Okay, honey. The less art kids get, the more it shows. Are yours getting enough? Art. Ask for more. AmericansForTheArts.org.
Hello there. Having a lasting effect on a kid's life can be quick and easy.
Here's some stuff we've learned.
From time to time, secret codes may be used. It's not uncommon for a kid to demonstrate special powers.
Costumes can be uncomfortable, but loads of fun. Moments like these happen every day.
Lend your support. Go to BigBrothersBigSisters.org.
That's all for now.
I wish I could go back. Back when I didn't need someone to do my hair. Back when I could still say my husband's name. Back when I could have called 911 but didn't. Back when I first felt the warning signs of a stroke but did nothing. I wish I could go back, but I can't.
With a stroke, time lost is brain lost. At the first warning signs, take action immediately.
Passing gas around infants can be deadly. Passing gas releases a toxic fog of ammonia and hydrogen cyanide, which can be especially harmful on an infant's developing lungs. Passing gas can even contribute to sudden infant death syndrome. Kids shouldn't be exposed to secondhand smoke. Don't pass gas, take it outside.
I am Entozaki X, your host, and with me is our black First Lady, or should I say First Black Lady, Michelle Obama. Oh, such an honor. Hi, Entozaki. Assalamu alaikum, my sister. Malaikum assalam, but I am not Muslim. I'm Christian. My whole family is Christian. Barack, the girls. So, God bless you. Obama. Muslim for black. Am I right? Obama actually means blessing. Right. A black blessing. And Entozaki, I've never met someone with a single-mindedness to talk about blackness. It's incredible. That's right. I'm Entozaki X with some serious black issues.
Okay, I am just always on my phone calling. I know there were some technical difficulties, but please stay patient. Try again. Ustream.Pasadena TV. Actually, the actual way of doing it. I mean, if you're watching me now, then you have no problems. But if somehow you are trying to talk to some other person to explain how to do it, it is the Arroyo channel on Ustream.TV, channel Pasadena TV. So that's how you get a hold of all of this business. So we're Floyd Norman, superhero Floyd, in studio with us. And we've gotten off topic, but I don't think it's off topic because I think your life is so expansive. Yeah.
My life is off topic.
That's right.
Yeah.
I like when lives don't fall in particular order. And that happened to you when Walt Disney was like, be a story animator versus being a regular animator. Is that right?
Well, no, it's just what happened was in the 1960s when I was really chasing my dream of becoming a Disney animator, was I took a detour and I went off into story. And that is animation. You've got all these various categories, you know, of animation, layout, background, and then there's a whole deal of being the writer, being the storyteller, being the author of the film.
Oh, I see.
And that's a very important part of the whole process, because without story, there's nothing.
Exactly.
And so I never saw myself as a writer. I never saw myself as the author of anything. And then I was really surprised when I suddenly found myself being selected to be in Disney's story department.
I see.
Yeah, and actually it was really quite an honor and a step up, although at the time it baffled me because I never saw myself as being a writer, as being a storyteller, and yet I found out that maybe this was indeed my calling in life, because once I made that move to story, that's what I did for the remainder of my career.
That's really fantastic. Oh, we have a caller. Hi, caller.
Hello, Daheli. How are you doing?
Oh.
People are telling me they're seeing your show in Florida. They're on me.
Oh, that's so great. This is my aunt. Hi. Hi, Tatanika.
In the show in Florida.
So you're watching in Florida?
Awesome.
Thank you. Do you have a question for the guest?
I still asking, you know, how is he doing the show, like, you know, in Disney? Can you tell me more about the show that he's doing at Disney?
Well, right now, are you still drawing at Disney?
Yes and no.
Thank you so much, Tatanika. We will answer your question right now.
Yes and no, because, well, I'll tell you what, I retired nearly 10 years ago from working full-time in Disney's animation department. And yet, even though I retired from full-time employment, I never really went away. And so I still do work for Disney on occasion, but now I work as a freelancer or a consultant.
Okay.
So, believe it or not,
that's where the money is.
Yes, well, I don't know about that, about the money, but I do know that I need to stay busy.
Yes, absolutely.
And I find myself at the Disney studio nearly every day.
Oh, that's great.
Mainly because I just can't stay away.
Right.
I have this animation addiction. I just need to do it. And so I need to be involved with this crazy business of creating characters and telling stories. And even though I've spent my life doing it, and even though finally it came to a close when I turned 65, and you know.
Are you really 65?
No, I'm much older than 65.
What? How old are you? Do you mind me asking?
No, not at all. I'm 77.
No! Oh
my gosh! I can't believe it.
Pam, this man is 77.
Oh my gosh!
Pam, this man is 77. I love it.
He looks so young and handsome.
Very young and handsome. I was going to ask for his phone number.
Well,
now I feel like it's a little bit.
What did you say? Phyllis Diller was what, like
95?
95? I saw Phyllis Diller perform at the Walt Disney Studio.
Really?
In person. Phyllis Diller came to the studio to do a segment on one of our TV shows, and I went out on the soundstage and I watched Phyllis Diller do her act right there on the stage, and she was hilarious.
Yes.
A very, very funny lady.
Exceptionally funny. Absolutely.
Very funny. And that laugh,
right.
I cannot forget that laugh. She just cracked me up.
And I love how absolutely expressive, like she took over the full feeling and everything.
Oh, yeah. And crazy people like us, and I do, I enjoy being in that category of a crazy person.
Oh, good. I'm there too.
Like Phyllis, 95 and still working.
Yes.
I'm 77, and I don't feel, I feel more like maybe 37.
Right.
Except when I get tired, then I feel like 77. But when you do something you love,
absolutely.
Yeah, you never lose that energy, and you want to do it, and you don't want to stop doing it.
Absolutely. That's how I feel about doing this show. And I know, Pam, that's how you definitely feel about drumming.
I've loved drumming and acting and comedy and
Yeah.
all my life. I can't pick my favorite. Also teaching drums to children, but
Sure.
animators have a special place in my heart. One of my drum students, her name was Deanna Spears, and she gave me a cell from the movie Cool World.
Oh.
So who did Cool World?
Ralph Bakshi.
Really?
Yeah.
Because she gave me a cell. She did the little in between, like filling in all the colors, and she
Yeah.
said, "Thank you, Pamela, for your dedication to drumming. You know gave me a dream come true, teaching me how to play the drums." But here, her mother then took me over to the studio, and I got to see how animators are so emotionally connected to their little character. You know, are they going to go off a cliff and die, or is someone going to swing them to safety?
Right, yeah.
And then animators are like emotional, like great actors, Oscar-winning actors.
So are you doing that? Are you like saying what Pam does when you're writing your characters? Are you getting sad? Are you
Oh yeah.
growing?
Oh, you have to. Yeah, you're totally into it. These characters are very real to us.
Right.
They're cartoon characters, but they live.
Yes.
You know, and you really can't write a character or perform a character unless, you know, you feel that character is alive.
Exactly.
You know? So in my stories, I actually live with the character. When you animate, you become that character. I mean, because the animator is essentially an actor with a pencil.
An actor with a pencil,
Yeah,
that's a great way
and
of thinking
you
about
bring
it.
the character to life. So yeah, we're very much involved with our characters.
Well, let's see some of your characters. And thank you so much for calling. If you can call back again, other callers, 626-794-2116. We would love to hear from you. I think we have some of your drawings up here that we might show up on the screen. Get ready to see that. It's going to be Mowgli from the Jungle Book.
Yes,
Mowgli.
Yes, little Mowgli from the Jungle Book, a movie I worked on back in 1966.
Wow.
It's difficult to believe it's been that long ago.
Yes.
But this was my first motion picture.
Oh, we have another caller. Who's this?
Yeah, it's a Murray. It's to find out, you see, if with all these animated shows, which one is his favorite?
Okay.
Which one is his favorite?
I will find out. Thank you so much, Tatinika. My mother is...
Floyd Norman. What is his favorite in his animated shows?
We'll find out.
Murray. They're asking me.
I will find out. My aunt is very normal. That's the Haitian side of us.
Oh,
we're very,
good.
yeah. Tatinika, we're going to free up the phone line, so I'm going to hang up on you so that more people can call. Thank you so much for calling. We really, really appreciate it.
And then we get the answer later, right?
Yes, we'll get the answer later.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you, Tatinika.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. So, what is Floyd Norman? What are some of your? What is one of your favorites? Or can you say is it drawing humans or animals or monsters? Like, do you have like a propensity to like draw one kind of type?
No, I don't have any
Ooh,
favorites.
look at Pongo!
Pongo.
Yay, from 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah. No, I'll draw anything, you know. All of the characters, be it a doggy like Pongo from Dalmatians, or a zombie, or a cute little bunny rabbit. To me, all these characters, you know, you fall in love with and they live.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't really have any favorites. It's just that my favorite film is usually the film I'm working on.
That's a great way of doing it.
Yeah.
It's always great to be appreciative of whatever is happening right now.
Yeah, what's happening at the moment?
Oh, and
that's Shere Khan.
Shere Khan.
The tiger
from
the
Jungle Book.
From the
yes.
Jungle Book, once again. A wonderful character, a great villain. He was voiced by George Sanders, who was our first choice for the voice of the tiger because he was menacing yet very sophisticated. He was a very polished villain.
Very reminiscent also of who played Jeremy Irons, who played Scar in Lion King. Polished but menacing.
Yeah, very much in that school. Yeah, the champagne villain.
Champagne villain. I like that. Wait, I think this is a time for us to do a little promo clip for Learn Time with Daheli, because then we'll take out our sketch pads. You have your sketch pad, I have mine,
we'll
and
learn.
then you're going to teach me how to draw some stuff. So we're going to run our little learn time clip, and anyone can call in at 626-794-2116. Pam, I have a pad for you if you want to sketch.
I'd love to learn how to
Oh,
draw.
good. All right.
Thank
So
you.
626-794-2116. Chance, anyone?
Yeah. Here's an extra one.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Here you go, Pam.
Do you want me to sit on the floor?
No,
or
you can take this one since it's less
is
cumbersome.
there a little bench I could sit on?
Oh.
I'll just kneel down here beside him.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, that's good.
Oh, could I sit on that box?
Yes, let me pass it to you.
I just gotta be careful.
Oh.
Me too, Dahéli.
Oh, yeah. I'm going down.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going down.
Going down.
I'm back.
Thank you, Dahéli.
No, thank you. Okay, I have this huge one.
Oh, that's a great box. That's one of those.
Apple boxes.
Oh, is this like a drumming box?
No, it's an
No, it's a
apple
kind,
box.
it's a kind of box you usually see on film
Movie sets,
on
yeah.
movie sets, and in TV stations because it's kind of like the all-purpose box. You use it to put stuff on or sit on or whatever. You know, it's like.
We have a call.
Oh, and we're back.
Are we back?
We're back. No one told us. Hi, we have a caller. Hello.
Surprise.
Surprise. Who do we have on the line?
Hi, Dahéli. It's Linda.
Oh, hi, Linda.
I have a question.
Have you been able to watch the show?
Yeah, I find we got your show, and my daughter is dating someone quite seriously who is in college and taking animation, and it's always his family and wanted him to be an engineer, and they question if there's any future at all in animation with computers taking over. And I encourage him, and my daughter encourages him, but he gets a lot of negative feedback that there's going to be no future. And I listened to you talk how you become love relationship with your characters, and I think that is something that can't be replaced by a computer. However, what is really happening with that?
Well, let's find out with the expert,
Uh-huh.
Mr. Norman, Mr. Floyd. What do you think about this? And caller Linda, is your daughter's boyfriend only doing drawing versus also learning computer animation? We should have guessed.
Yeah, he's learning to, yes, it's now, that's part of it, computer animation and, video game graphics and
this man has a job. He's doing better than me with this degree. But we'll take, Floyd will take your question off the air. Thank you so much for calling, Linda. That was awesome.
Well, to answer your question, animation, when I started out as a kid, was really an obscure little job.
Right.
And there really weren't that many jobs in animation. And back then, you could really look at animation as being sort of like a dead end.
Right.
Because, if you didn't work for Disney, Warner's, or maybe Lance, that was pretty much about it. There were a few smaller studios in town. But today, that has totally changed.
Oh, wow.
Animation today is huge. Animation today now competes with the big live-action blockbusters.
It does.
Yes,
Animated films make millions of dollars. Now, the one thing that has changed is technology has come into animation. And it's true, we do use computers. A lot of the films you see today, the films from DreamWorks, the films from Disney, from Blue Sky, from Pixar,
Yes.
all of these films are digital.
Right.
All of this happened about 10 years ago. No, more like 20 years ago now.
It's 20 years ago. Believe it.
With-
Oh, look, there's
with
another
Toy
photo of
Story.
you.
Yeah, when I was very young. But today, animation, drawing, art has merged with technology.
Yes.
So this young man who's contemplating the future, I wouldn't worry about it.
I think the future is pretty bright for
Because
him.
the future is pretty bright, pretty darn bright, because now we have a real need for people who have maybe a technological bent, along with an artistic inclination, and art and tech have come together in today's animation. So to me, it's anything but a dead-end job. I think the future is wide open, and I encourage my students, my young apprentices who I work with on occasion, that you know, it's wide open today. You have more opportunities today in animation than we ever had when I was a kid starting out 30 or 50 years ago.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I should stop this job and get into
become-
that.
and
Well,
get
you
it-
tell me
and get into
after
animation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you tell me after you see my drawing if I have any talent in doing this. What do you want to teach us today?
I want to teach you a very simple thing.
Okay.
And that's to draw Mickey Mouse.
Oh, let's do it!
Because I taught this to a talk show host down in Sydney, Australia.
Oh, really?
And she said she couldn't draw, and I said, well, I bet you can draw a picture of Mickey Mouse. And she said, I don't know if I can. I said, I'll tell you what, can you draw a circle?
Okay.
So I just want you to just draw a circle.
Oh, just the way he draws the
Yeah.
circles, so professional.
Oh, I
no,
know,
it's
that
just
was
a
good.
circle.
That was good.
And then on top of that circle, do 2 more circles, one on top to the left and one on the right. And we have Mickey's ears. See, you could do that.
Oh, are my circles big enough?
No, they're
Oh, my
fine. They're
goodness.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
All right.
Then we're going to draw this little line here and put a nose here. See, you can do that. See? Nothing to it. Then we're going to add 2 little eyes. And these are like ovals.
Oh, okay.
And then put some eyeballs in right here.
Oh my God.
Do we have any talent, Dahéli?
Yeah, you do. Now, if you can draw a smile, we're going to do a mouth.
Okay.
You know, we're going to do a mouth, and we're going to open that mouth with a little thing here.
A little tongue.
A little tongue.
Okay.
And we're just going to just add some details here.
Ooh, some details.
See, like that?
Oh my gosh.
You know, and you've got Mickey.
Okay.
Look at that. Kids can do this.
Okay.
See, look at that.
We got Mickey.
See?
I love it, but mine looks like a bear.
No, it looks like Mickey. That's a good Mickey Mouse.
Oh, mine does not. Okay,
What is yours?
let's show.
Look at Dahéli.
I think that's good.
It's
People would look at that, and kids would look at that.
well, let's
and
look.
say,
Everyone just flip and
say,
show our Mickey Mouse.
That's Mickey. See?
I don't know if anyone can see.
Yeah,
Can
I love it.
Should we? Oh, that's yours. That's perfect.
Oh, it's not perfect.
That's yours.
No.
And then here's mine.
That's
No,
good.
that's Pam.
That's mine?
That's Pam's.
Like a little guy or an old man.
No, I would immediately recognize that.
And
as
then,
Mickey
do you
Mouse.
want mine? No one wants mine.
Nobody wants it.
Okay, here's mine. I'm gonna show
There it is. There it is. Not bad.
Thank
Not
you
bad.
so much.
So
Will I
you
be
see?
able to keep this afterwards?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Good
great.
heavens.
That was awesome.
So you see, you know, and drawing, so much of drawing is just having fun. And
Yeah.
I tell that to kids who love to draw, and like, don't worry about your drawing, just have fun with it. And if it's something you want to do, you're going to keep on drawing.
Right.
And I think that's the key. It's not so much classes and lessons and all of that. It's having a love for it, because I find the kids who love to draw, they draw every day.
Yes.
And if, yeah, and you doodle, and if you draw every day, you're going to get better.
That's true.
You're naturally going to improve day by day, and that's how you become a better artist.
Can
If
I show you
keep doing it.
something?
You sure can.
Okay, I took some drawing classes at Disney, life drawing. Very funny story. Didn't realize life drawing was a nude model. Yes, I know. I live in the dark
That's
ages.
why they called it life drawing.
I came in with like, I wasn't even prepared, so I just had like a tiny like little Post-it with me, and then the man disrobed, and I was not prepared to capture all of that on the Post-it, let me tell you. But, so this was my first starting with drawings, and then I think you're right, the more it came, the more and more we
Very
tried,
good.
it started to get a little bit better. And then like when I saw like towards the end, oh, that's the real end.
Very good.
I really started to see that I was able to get much more details.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you're right, and I want to definitely keep that going.
And you have to loosen up. I mean, so much
loosen
in drawing is being able to relax.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the things I learned from one of my instructors was even how to hold the pencil, where a lot of us tense up and we want to grip the pencil and hold it really tight. And sometimes when you just hold it like that and loosely, where you can just, you know, kind of get a flow.
Right, yes.
And you're more relaxed, and then you won't worry about fussing over your drawing that much, and you'll focus on just trying to get the right pose.
Right.
You know?
That's so great, because one of the instructors that I had, and this is exactly what you're speaking to, said try to get the line, try to get the fluidity of it.
Exactly,
and then do that later. We only have 5 minutes left in the show. I can't even believe it. It just flew by. 626-794-2116. Please call in. We only have 5 minutes left, but I'd love to hear from you. This is what we like to do on our show.
Sure.
Pam accompanies me musically with 2 different segments. One is what we call fortune cookie time, where I get to read your fortune on the air, and then I do a little song about it, and Pam accompanies me on that.
Okay.
And then variety. I have not used the word of the day enough. And the next thing is I do a crew shout out, and Pam also accompanies me on that too.
Here, I'm ready.
So before we go to that, so we can get all jazzed and ready, I'm going to give you guys a chance to call in 626-794-2116. Up next, we are going to just probably show a little promo of past Dahéli lives and what it takes to actually put this show together, a little funny little clip. And then we'll be back with Floyd Norman, and I'll find out if he has any more imparting wisdom or knowledge before the show ends. And you can have a chance to talk to him before we close out with our fortune cookie and our crew shout out. Thank you again so much for tuning in. 626-794-2116. Be back in a minute.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
on the drums, on the ones and twos. And we have with us in studio animator, legend, Floyd Norman. We have two little topics that I'd love to cover before we close out. One, you have a book on Amazon.com right now called Animated Life, and it's going to publish, correct?
It's going to be published soon, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks. However, you can download a electronic version for the Kindle, for the iPad, for the Nook.
Yes.
That's available now. So if you don't want a hard copy, or you just want to read it on your iPad,
yeah,
you can download it from Amazon.com.
Fantastic. Again, it's Animated Life. Please go out and get it and support. I mean, look at some of the wonderful things that he has penned. I mean, anybody remember this lady from Toy Story? I can't believe this is Jessie. I mean, Toy Story has been out for almost 20 years. I can't believe that. It's so weird.
Isn't that amazing?
It is really weird.
That's Ward from Sword in the Stone.
Sword in the Stone.
Yeah.
So amazing.
The little aliens from Toy Story.
Little aliens from Toy Story. So great. Oh, who's this?
That's Rocky the Rhino, who got cut out of the Jungle Book because Walt Disney didn't think he was funny.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
yeah.
Did we have a caller there? He didn't think he was funny. Well, he looks funny.
He looks funny, but
we have one last caller. Caller, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Who do we have on the phone?
This is Kevin.
Oh, hi, Kevin. Thank you for calling.
Hi, Kevin.
Are you here to talk to Floyd Norman about his time on Soul Train with Don Cornelius, or the time that he was in the Watts riots with Walt Disney's camera?
Not really.
Not really.
I want to see what he thought of today's animation.
What is that?
I want to see what he thought of today's animation. What do you think of Family Guy? What do you think of all these shows coming out?
I think it's great that we've got all these young people who are employed today. I mean, to me, when I went through animation's dark ages when getting a job was really tough because there simply weren't that much stuff being done. But today, with Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane, created that show.
Right.
And with The Simpsons.
Right.
And I know a lot of these people who are doing all this cool stuff. And I'm just so happy that animation's so popular. And it's being viewed by so many kids and by so many grown-ups as well. Even I'm working on a stupid show called Annoying Orange.
Oh, cool.
Which I find that the kids absolutely love. And I just enjoy doing this stuff. So today's animation, to me, is going like gangbusters, and I'm very pleased.
Well, we have no more time left in the show, which means that we will have to bring you back on. I will let you pick out your fortune cookie.
My fortune cookie.
Yeah, and then I will. But thank you so much for calling, and I really appreciate it. Bye.
Love you,
Pam.
Do I reveal what's in the cookie?
Yes.
Oh. Oh. Well, this is good. An important business venture may soon develop for you.
Oh, an
I'm gonna be
important business adventure will develop for you.
I'm going to be rich.
For you. Shout out to Todd Fluker, Theon, Carlin, Pam, and Ricky. Everybody, yeah!